hello. When it comes to the possibility of bumping into your narcissist with their new person, I know that possibility exists for many of you, okay? It doesn't for me. My narcissist lives hours away. But I know that if I were still, say, for example, in Rhode Island, which I haven't lived there for half my life, but if I were still there, the state's this big. You might live in a town this big. And your narcissist might live in the same town. And there might be 10 restaurants. You may bump into them with a new person. So it's like, how will you handle that? How will you see that? How will it make you feel? What will you do? Will you say anything? Will you flee the restaurant? Will you go up and talk to them? What if you bump right into them and you have to say something? I've given a lot of thought to this, even though, like I said, I don't think it's a possibility for me. I just don't. But I've given a lot of thought to it, and if I did, at this point, it's really glorious how I feel that I would be. I look at the new as, and I would look at the new if I were, okay, so you bump into them, there they are. My pronoun is he, whatever your pronoun is, he, she, they, don't care, doesn't matter, details don't matter, we always say, right? They're your details, mine are mine. For me, it's a he. So if I bumped into my him, my he, my narcissist, with his new supply, new person, whatever, I would look at the new person like, kind of like you do with a friend who's dating someone you don't like. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, so you bump into them, it's been a while. Say there's introductions. Oh, this is so-and-so. I don't know how it would go. You might, you know, like, I mean, I don't know if you would run out of the, if it's rageful still, but if there is an introduction. If I bumped into my narcissist at this point, it would be like, Renee, this is whoever, okay? I would look at her like you have to be nice about it. Like, I would have to be nice about it. I don't want to pull her aside and say, oh my God, do you know who you're dating? But inside, I'd be going, good luck. You're a lucky gal. Good for you. Kind of like you would do if a friend of yours was dating someone you didn't like. Or you found stuff out about, or you knew the truth about, whatever. If you knew your friend was dating a lemon and you're meeting the lemon, it's like, maybe you'd tell your friend, right? That's different. Maybe that's a bad example. But what I'm saying is, if you didn't tell your friend, it would be like, good for you, yeah, yay. But I know his truth. I've done this already. I've done that already, right? It's not something I'm happy for this girl about. It's not something, I certainly don't want to be in her place. Lord have mercy, please. And you certainly aren't going to be jealous. Her place is a place of torture. Torture is coming. Torture. They don't skip people and not complete their cycle, remember. They have to do their whole cycle. So if they're on love bombing in the beginning, this part's coming. The cycle and devalue, the cycle of devalue, that's coming for them. So you have to kind of look at them. And, you know, they'll hate you because you're the ex. And he's talked up a storm about you. And you're probably looking good if you're out. And they're going to hate you. But you don't have to hate them. Pity them. Feel bad. That's how I would feel. I would feel really badly. And I wouldn't try to take her aside in a restaurant. Of course not. But I would just be like, nice to meet you. What's important, whatever you say is up to you. Whatever you do is up to you, whether you meet them or not. But what's in your head is what I'm concerned with. I want you to make sure that you have firmly in your brain, you've been there already. You've done it. You don't need to go back there. You know what's coming for this girl. And she might be a rotten scoundrel who's stolen right out from under you, and so you don't have pity for her, and that's fine. That's fine. That can happen, of course. But you can certainly not have even a tinge of the jealousy that she hopes you're feeling. Not even a tinge. Poor thing. She thinks you're going to be jealous. Like, that cracks me up. The thought of if I bumped into my narcissist with his new person, that person inevitably, of course they're going to think I'm jealous. You landed him. Oh, good for you. Yay. He's quite a prize. No. That's not at all what we would be thinking as former victims of that person. And let her have that thought. And you don't need to express it to them or her or him. But you can remain blank. Not show. Please don't ever show. Please don't ever, 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 even if you're not there yet and you feel desperately upset by it, please don't ever show that. Please don't ever show that. Please don't ever show that. It will give the narcissist so much satisfaction if he sees that you get upset. It will give the narcissist tales to tell his friends how you got so upset because you saw him with the new person. It will give him so much joy and such a charge that he ruined your night or made you mad. Don't. Nice to meet you. You don't have to stay there and chat. You can leave right away. But you can kind of, and with that action, you can punctuate how little it means to you. Like, if I, honestly, I would treat him like he was somebody I knew 30 years ago. Hi, nice to meet you. Okay, good seeing you. It would be a non-issue. And it would probably leave the narcissist like, oh my God, she treated me like she hardly knew me. He's probably going through these big stories with this new person about you and me, right? That's what they do? Like, you're going to get all dramatic if they ever bump into you, and you're going to be so upset if they ever bump into you, and you're going to cause a scene if they ever bump into you. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you go home and punch the pillow or scream, that's one thing. You can't help how you feel or what comes up in your heart. You can't help. But we can control our reaction, and we can say, good seeing you. Hope you're well. Bye. As if, like, I'm trying to conjure up the same reaction I would get if I bumped into somebody from junior high school. Although, no, because somebody from junior high school, I would definitely talk to them and be like, hey, how are... Not even that much. Somebody in passing you met at an old job that you weren't even friends with. That's how I'll treat him. Oh, hey. He'll probably have a face on. They would stare at you all night across the restaurant. If you say bumped into them and they went this way and sat down and you didn't let it affect your night and you went and sat and had your night, that narcissist and his girlfriend is going to be staring at you all night because you didn't cause a scene. They both wanted you to cause a scene. She wants to know that you're ragefully jealous that she's with your man. You're not. Show them you're not. Absolutely, that's my intention. And like I said, it'll never happen for me. But show them you're not. Go, have a good dinner. Bye. You don't have to get into anything. Don't nervously chatter what you've been up to try to tell them your life's been fabulous and you've been here, there, and everywhere. I mean, unless you just stepped off a plane from, like, you know, Bora Bora. Yeah, throw that out there. Absolutely, that's a good one. But other than that, you know what I mean? I'm being funny now, but don't let it affect or ill affect anything that you're going through, because that will give them both a charge. It really will. And I know there are some of you, because I've talked to you, that do live in the same town, and you may have the possibility of bumping into your narcissist. Keep your cool. Don't flee, especially if they see you. Don't flee. And don't go up to them. You sit there like it's nothing, even if it kills you. Don't look in their direction. Don't wave. If he wants to come say hi to you, he will. With his new person and introduce you. Right? You're not required to do anything for this person anymore, including react in a way that brings them a charge if they introduce you to their new person. Don't get a charge. Sit there and think, oh yeah, good for you. He's quite a prize. Yeah. So happy for you both. You deserve each other. There's a good one. No, she might not. She might be an unsuspecting good person like I was. That's why I say don't be mad at the new supply. I'm a good person. I wasn't trying to dupe the girlfriend he had before me. I didn't even know he was still talking to her. She lives in California. He was here in Florida. You couldn't be further apart. How would I know? But once I started reading the text a year after we broke up and realized she didn't think they were done. She thought he came here to handle some business and he was heading right back. Oh, yeah. Poor thing. But I was unsuspecting. Why? I never spoke to her, but I'm sure she couldn't stand me. That's not very fair. That's what I mean by the new supply. Unless they, sneakily, did things to betray you also, and they might have even been a friend of yours who snagged your guy. Those are all different. I'm not talking about that. But just flat out the new supply, she doesn't know anything. Good luck. I hope you both are very happy. You don't have to say that. But you know what I mean? Have that in your brain. Good luck with that one. He is no prize. You'll find out. And go have yourself a cocktail. You know what I mean? How you react if you bump into them is something you should give thought to, especially if you're in a town where you might. But also to give yourself a little test point about how you're feeling about it. Because I want your brain to get to the point that you feel okay. I don't want you to fall apart at the possibility of that. I don't want you to feel like you have to run out of the restaurant and end your evening. Do you know what I mean? My concern is you. It's always been you, and it will always be you. And that is a topic that happens for people. You may bump into your narcissist. How will you handle it? And if you've had that happen, tell us. Tell us what you did. Did you have some fabulous thing that you did that really turned out well? And you know what I mean? We're all here for each other. So absolutely 100%, do not ever let them see you sweat, is what I would say. You have to be nice. Kill them with kindness. That's an expression. This is the time to employ that expression. It is not the time to flip out. Throw a drink, have a fit, yell, make the new supply feel bad or uncomfortable or scream at them. And if you feel you're going in that direction, you can't control yourself, then leave. Because it will only fuel them. And guess what we no longer want to do ever again? No longer ever again. Is fuel the narcissist. We don't want fuel for the narcissist. They want you to get upset. They want you to be uncomfortable. They want you to visibly say something, visibly be upset, and they want you to say something that indicates to them that you're upset. It will make them feel better about the whole evening, and you want to ruin their evening by being happy. Hi, nice to see you. Good, yeah, no, right. I hear that you date. Oh, we saw a couple of months during Corona, no big deal. You could dissipate it down to nothing. You could downplay it. Who knows how much conversation will happen, but you get my point. So just give it some thought and try to maintain your cool. Don't lose it. It only fuels both of them. Both of them will be fueled by that.